Valentine's Day is just around the corner. And guess what? I'll be turning 94 years old. Wow. Happy birthday from you to me. Thank you. That combination of Valentine's Day and 94 years has caused me to pause. Not because I need a celebration, but because when you've lived long enough, dates begin to take on deeper meaning. Valentine's Day is often associated with romance, flowers, and grand expressions of love. A birthday at 94, on the other hand, invites reflection about what love actually is, what lasts, and what we sometimes misunderstand. At its core, Valentine's Day has historically been about love as a moral and spiritual value, not simply romance or passion. I've lived long enough to see love presented in many forms. I've studied it, I've counseled it, I've preached about it, but most importantly, I've lived it, sometimes wisely and sometimes not. What I can tell you with clarity earned over time is this: love is not as simple as we've been taught, and it is far deeper than we've often allowed it to be. So, today, rather than offering quick advice or easy answers, I want to talk about love, not as a holiday, not as a performance, but as a way of being. And I want to talk about relationships, not as proof of worth, but as commitments that require care, effort, and truth. Okay? If you're watching this on Valentine's Day or any day at all, I invite you to slow down with me. Let this be a moment of reflection, a moment of clarity. I've noticed that Valentine's Day itself has become louder, busier, and more emotionally charged. I'm here for celebrating life and love, but our understanding of love is not necessarily grown. For many people, Valentine's Day brings anticipation and joy. For others, it brings sadness, loneliness, or a quiet sense of inadequacy. And for some, it simply passes by as another reminder of relationships that did not turn out as hoped. What interests me most is not how people feel about Valentine's Day, but why they feel the way they do. Valentine's Day did not begin as a measure of romance, desirability, or success in relationships. It began as a reflection on devotion, faithfulness, courage, and moral commitment. Over time, we layered meaning upon meaning until love itself became something to perform, to display, and to prove. And somewhere along the way, we lost something very, very important. We began to confuse love with being loved. At 94, I still believe in love. Let's talk about what love really is, what it asks of us. Love is a state of being. It's not a guarantee that someone belongs in your life. It arises from within us. It flows through us when we are aligned, open, and present. You can love someone who cannot love you well. You can love someone who's no longer in your life. You can love someone deeply and still recognize that a relationship with them would diminish you. That truth is difficult, but it's liberating because it reminds us that love is not scarce. What is scarce is healthy relationship. Relationships are not love itself. They transfer love into action. A relationship requires effort, responsibility, accountability, and mutual participation. Relationship requires communication, repair, and a willingness to grow, not just emotionally, but ethically and spiritually. That's why love alone is not enough to sustain a relationship. You can love someone and still lack compatibility. You can love someone and still lack trust. You can love someone and still be harmed by their presence. Valentine's Day has taught us to focus on the feeling of love, but it hasn't done a thing about the practice of relationships. And feelings, as you may have noticed over your lifetime, are not stable foundations. Passion rises and falls, chemistry shifts, attraction changes. That doesn't mean love has disappeared. It means the relationship now requires something deeper than emotion alone. One of the most important lessons I've learned over the years is this: a healthy relationship does not ask you to abandon yourself. It does not require you to shrink, perform, or constantly prove your worth. It does not depend on grand gestures once a year. Healthy love is revealed in consistency, in reliability, in the quiet ways someone considers your well being alongside their own. Valentine's Day cannot create that kind of love, but it can remind us to look for it and to cultivate it within ourselves first. Ourselves first. Get it? Whether you are partnered, single, widowed, divorced, or somewhere in between, this season is not a verdict on your life or your value. Love does not expire with age. It does not bypass you because of timing, and it does not punish you for past choices. Love matures, and so do we. If there is one thing I hope you take with you today, it is this: do not measure love by how it looks on a holiday. Measure it by how it sustains you over time. And remember, you do not need Valentine's Day to be worthy of love. You only need to remain faithful to who you are. Who you are. One more time. Who you are. This is Coach Granny inviting you to reflect, to breathe, and to remember what love was always meant to be. Until next time, peace, love, and joy. That's what you are. So be you.